14 Secrets about Queen Elizabeth II. 1. Queen Elizabeth was born on the 21st of April 1926 in London. In the history of Britain, she has a record of the longest reigning monarch. Britain, or the United Kingdom, is a constitutional monarchy, and Queen Elizabeth was the only queen of the UK to rule over so many years. 2. Queen Elizabeth II never went to school, but experts from all fields of the United Kingdom made her study at her own home. Instead of maths and science, the Queen was taught political science, behavioral psychology, and how the royal family lives. 3. The Queen's original name was not Elizabeth. Elizabeth was her mother's name, and her original name was Alexandra Mary Windsor. Moreover, Lilibet was the Queen's childhood nickname. After the demise of her father, when she was proposed to be the Queen, she was asked by what name she wanted to be the Queen. She answered, after the name of her mother. Her mother's name was Elizabeth. She was also known as the Great Queen Mother, so Elizabeth named herself Elizabeth II. 4. In the history of Britain, Queen Elizabeth was the only monarch to travel the most. Queen Elizabeth always traveled with a bag of her own blood to cope with emergencies, and therefore her life could be saved. Moreover, the people she traveled with included doctors with medicines and important medical stuff. 5. Beard and mustache never went down with Queen Elizabeth. This could sound weird, but the Queen's staff or the people around her had to be clean-shaven all the time. 6. In front of the camera or in public, Queen Elizabeth could never walk step by step with her husband, Prince Philip. He had to walk behind Queen Elizabeth. This was a royal protocol, as Queen Elizabeth was at the highest post in Britain. 7. Whenever Queen Elizabeth met international big personalities, she always invited them to dinner. Even at some parties and functions, dinner used to be planned. But do you know that there's always something special about this dinner? The Queen never invited 13 people for dinner. Either the count of people had to be above 13 or below 13, but never 13. In history, sometimes it happened when the number of guests was listed as 13. At that moment, a guest was either added to the list or a guest was removed from the list, but 13 guests were never invited. 8. In England and various other countries, the Queen was believed to be a celebrity. Whenever a celebrity visits a public place, many times people ask for their autograph, but the Queen and even the members of the royal family were not permitted to give autographs. This rule was made so that no one could do a false signature of the royal family. In 1954, the Queen and her husband signed on a Christmas card, which was later sold for £4,500. Just like autographs. 9. One rule among the various rules of the British family is that two heirs of Britain's royal family cannot travel together. For instance, when Queen Elizabeth was alive, her heir was his son King Charles, and after King Charles, his heir will be his son King William. After King William, his heir will be his son Prince George. According to the royal protocol, these three people cannot travel together, and even any two among three cannot travel together. 10. Do you know Queen Elizabeth was attacked on the 13th of June 1981? On this day, the Queen's birthday was celebrated in Buckingham Palace, and during the parade, a 17-year-old boy shot bullets at Queen Elizabeth. The Queen survived the attack, and the police caught the culprit and jailed him for 3 years. 11. Do you know Queen Elizabeth never opened the windows of her royal palace in Buckingham? She always kept the windows closed of her palace because of the privacy of the royal family. 12. Whether it is the United Kingdom or any other country, the citizens of the country have the right to give a political opinion, but Queen Elizabeth had to remain neutral on political matters. She could neither take a side of the party nor rebel against the other. Not only this, she could not even vote for a party or a person. 13. Throughout her lifetime, that is 96 years, the Queen was active on social media. Despite social media, she even used her phone to call only 2 people, which did not include any of her sons. The journalist also revealed that 2 people Queen Elizabeth used to call were her daughter, Princess Anne, and her racing manager, John Warren. 14. Very few people know that Queen Elizabeth was very notorious and playful by nature, and she talked to her near and dear ones in a humorous way. Not only this, she was an expert in mimicking others. So this is all about today's video. Please like, share, and comment below. Thank you for watching.